Here's Sunny taking off the ball from Jomo. Jomo can work. The tackle will come in. It's a tough tackle, it must be said, from the right back. The number 12, Nalu Minu, is going to earn a yellow card for that. It was a big action, a big tackle. You could see it coming. And the dugout for Julinho really upset with that decision from the referee. But to be honest, a sliding challenge like that is really not what you want to see in everyday football. So the first yellow card is earned by the number 12, Malu Ninu, the right back for Julinho. Charles Ambida will take it from deep. Juja with a flick on. It's maybe flick forward to Jomo. Jomo beating one player. He's made some space for himself. Oscar will clear. Could have maybe taken a shot on himself. Jomo, if he doesn't find credible support, he should take it on himself. Here's Sunny going down the line for Wise. Zambira with a similar tackle, but maybe more educated. And Bakonja, after scoring that goal, is really cutting in deep, more a deep lying attacking midfielder. Sunny with that header on. Garuka, good turn from him. It needed to be clean, and it was. Stars can build now with Malane. Finding Rika. Rika will try and find Juja. It's a header back to the goalkeeper from Nalimino. Sunny. And Duve definitely upset with his player for a missed time pass. Jomo's in the box with that left foot. It's his swinger foot, so he really would want that to his right, but he did what he could with that cross. Zambila just slowing the game down. Juja coming to collect. He has the captain to beat, and he hasn't. Duve with the missed time pass himself. Really a stop-start game for both teams. I think the chess match is still very interesting. One mistake, one play could unlock celebrations or sorrow. Gordon Isep with his creativity going down the line for Bakonja Chaikika. He needs to cut back to his left. He has. It's cleared from Kayeke. Oh, lovely flick there from Godwin finding Malane. Malane with a drifted drive. It is a goal kick. But as we said, Godwin Isep scoring a very important second goal in the game against Kukatops. He has really been the underlying man of the match for maybe 2 or 3 games. You look to him for creativity, you look to him for vision, and he's really earned that number 7 number. Godwin Isep. Here's Rika now, going down the line for Jomo. Jomo will try to beat his player. He does, or he has, slightly. Rika Good turn from him against Sunny. Katua now can look up. Headed away from Isak. Bakaja with a volley! And a beautiful save there from Devon Muvangua to earn a corner, the second corner for African Stars. A lovely volley there. First time volley from Makonja Tahikika. He has perhaps switched on once again. He will take the corner, and as we said, his corners may be his weakest part of his game. Let's see if he can beat the first man. He doesn't once again. He needs to really beat the first man, Bakonja Tahikika. Otherwise, Gordon Isep is definitely more equipped to take these corners. Rika, Bakonja, that cross is good. And it's headed over the crossbar by Tilimano, the captain. He can cross the ball pretty well, Bakonja, but his corners may be something different. Here's now Gordon Isep taking this corner. It's a little bit better. It's an attempt off target. Here's Kaeke. Finding Oscar Nyambe. And Yosop. Yosop couldn't find anyone. Certain players just putting their hands up and saying, what were you looking for there? Karuka. Gordon Isep. Makonja Tahikika. This time pass trying to find his captain Stiga. Julinho now can pull down the line, and that ball just trickles slightly out. And the referee just having words with Charles Ambira to tell his player to not waste any time. I don't think that African Stars would want to waste any time, as is a 1-1 scoreline in this first 45. Stars wouldn't want that. It's maybe comfortable play. Julinho maybe not causing any threats, but the scoreline does reflect something different. Rika Bakonja, oh, it's almost a very good play, combination play for African Stars to get ahead in this game. Rika with a beautiful touch on his head just to put it down for Bakonja. And another very good save from the goalkeeper, it must be said. Godwin, near post. Rika. Up and under, headed away from Wise. Godwin Isep putting it down in his chest. That's lovely play. Rika. Oh, that through ball. It's not offside, and it has been ruled off as offside. Well, you might have thought the left back, Titas Isak, might have put Bakonja on there, but offside in the end. 4 minutes of additional time for this first half. Rika putting it down for Godwin. Bakonja, almost a beautiful touch. Oscar Nyambe. The game does continue, and Gero Katua needs to be careful there. Gero Katua really needs to be careful there. Coach Nelson Lewis demanding a yellow card for what you would call is a little bit of creative defending from Ngero Katua. Yosop will take this free kick. It's only one of three free kicks that Julinho have gotten from African Stars. Garuka headers away. Players asking for a foul throw. That's a goal kick. So most of the shots on target for African Stars have fallen to Bakonja Chaikika. He has put his name on the score sheet, but he had opportunities to two opportunities, a volley and a almost a pass into the back of the net. A shot comes from Wise Ifasi. It's wide. Yes, indeed, the goalkeeper, Devon Uvangua, really has kept Julinho in this game, certainly in this first half. Here's Chalo, Charles Ambira, using his right foot to try and curl it towards Jomo, but the captain, Tilimano Fana, headers away. Juja. So just to make sure that everyone is or has joined the platform, My Africa Sport at African Stars TV, the link has been provided. But tell your football friends and family that we are live. It is a 1-1 score line. Malane finding Rika. Back to Bakonja. And my goodness, while you would have thought a simple 45 laid ball for a technical player like Bakunja Chaikika, who is growing in confidence, of course, scoring a goal already, that didn't need laces. That needed just a pass into the back of the net. And he laced it well wide. And that is the first 45. Both coaches may be shaking their heads, but also happy with a scoreline as such. Maybe the African Stars dugout definitely wanting more from this first 45, as we just saw with that last attempt. But it is as it stands. African Stars 1, Julinho Athletic 1. Stay tuned for the second half. the Independence Stadium for match game week 19 in the Demarine Namibian Football Premiership. It is African Stars versus Julinho Athletic, and it is a 1-1 scoreline at the halftime break. And what can you say really for the Red Army African Stars? This might be still a bogey team for them. The previous result this season in game week 5 ended in a 4-1 thumping, must be said, from Julinho against the champions. Today in this first half, it started off a little bit different. African Stars scoring with Bakonja Chahikika. And while African Stars were maybe growing in their confidence, an own goal, a really unfortunate own goal from Vitapin Garuka, gave Julinho more life. So it is 1-1. And thank you for joining us. Make sure to join us on My Africa Sport, African Stars TV. The link has been provided. And we will have a big announcement tomorrow, which will make sense to all these exciting changes. Oscar loses the ball to Godwin. And the game is underway. There's Sunny Nyambe. Oh, that's a beautiful through ball to Wise Ifasi. It's offside though. Heartbreaking for the players from Julinho, especially the bench, who have run down this track to celebrate with Wise Ifasi. African Stars winning a corner. But just a little bit of a scare there. Vitapin Garuka, the centre back, and Coach Bob Mfoso just having some words, trying to figure out what happened there. It was clinical play, it must be said. Didn't really look offside to me, even if this is a African Stars platform. Godwin Isaac with the corner. Oh, it's in the middle of the box. And Chalo, the right man at the right time, in the right place, the brave warrior, with a beautiful, shiny header, makes it 2-1 to African Stars. Just when the Red Army suffered a little bit of a scare through a offside goal. They've won the corner and they've won the lead through Charles Hambira. Godwin Isep with another assist. That brings his assist tally to 4. Charles Hambira, that's his first goal of the season, opening his account. Now there's a call for focus. In fact, Godwin Isep with 2 assists in this game. So as I said earlier in the first half, that number 7 jersey is really earned. Julinho now still in spirits with Isak. Cross not coming off from that. And the left back. Sunny with the header. Godwin foul. Six points was definitely a must, looking at the fixtures. Kuka Tops and Julinho Athletic for the Red Army, headed away from the captain. And so far, We are on the path for a very important 6 points. It will be very interesting to see what other teams are doing around the log table. As I did mention, the top 8 teams all have one finger on the title. Malane, Makonja, definitely a foul from Josop, a tough foul on Makonja Chahikika. You could hear his screams from here. Referee just having words with Josop, not a yellow card, but definitely a talking to. And even though Makonja might have suffered that foul, we are maybe seeing Godwin Isaac being more of the set piece taker. He does take this one, headed out. Chiveta can bring it back into the box. Charles Ambida is there, and perhaps he's not that great of a header to score from there. Sunny Nyambe finding his brother Oscar Nyambe, and Stiga doing some defensive work as a captain, just bundled off the pitch. Stiga would not like that, and the referee doesn't like it either, coming to have words with the striker Wise Lifasi. And no sportsmanship there from the two players. It is a throw-in, no foul. Oh, well, it was a foul in the end. Chucha just looking for support with his flick on. His aerial ability is very, very good. So the two players, definitely Jomo and Makonja, always need to be alert when the ball does find the aerial flight towards Juja. Here's Josop going down the line, trying to find Duvi. Kasetura coming out to collect. Charles Mbira, the goal scorer from that corner. And I believe Godwin Isep has 2 cornered assists. Definitely Gianluca Puxa scored that goal against Bucks Buccaneers from a Godwin Isep corner. And he's done the same again today. Here is Godwin. Haha. Some trickery there. Malane finding Makonja. He could have taken the shot with that left foot. Rika. His ball is caught out from Tilimano. Rika is taller than the player, so he put the head on there. Here he is again, Rika. Yosef. Rika. 1-2. African Stars. Almost scoring a third. Good save from the goalkeeper. Is that offside? But how could really that be offside if Rika hadn't touched the ball? Will be counted as a shot on target, and it will be counted as a very good save from Devon Muvangura, but counted as an offside. Gustav Kayeke taking this free kick from deep. And assistant coach Willem for Julinho just assessing his players in the second half. Stars committing another foul. And we can just see assistant coach Willem Chilufya, sorry for the pronunciation, having words with the fourth official about something, about how the game is being officiated. Really upset. The free kick comes nonetheless from Josop. Punched by Lukaku Kasetura, finding Ibrahim Yosef Juja. Good vision to find Katua. Katua is very lucky to regain that ball. Rika not fouled there. Julinho now can attack. Wise holding the ball up, taking a snapshot. He's a strong player. Wise Lifasi has a little bit of a wind tornado has just come through the pitch. You might not be able to see it on your pictures, but we have definitely felt it here. But very great conditions for a football game. Windhoek City is looking quite pristine today, showing off almost. This is definitely the result that the Red Army would like to see in the top left corner of your screens. It was a foul throw from Ngero Katua. It's always interesting when you see foul throws in professional football. Although everyone has a different opinion when telling other people how to take a proper throw-in. It's one thing that I've always noticed about football. And a wayward pass there from Ibrahim. So if the game ends as such, African Stars will go to 36 points. And the next best team is Komas Nampo with 32 points. Depending on their fixture and their result. And in fact, they are playing Tigers at starting at 4 p.m. So African Stars will definitely come from this game and focus on that game. Komas Nampo beating Ongos FC yesterday. So definitely one to watch will be Komas Nampo versus Tigers later today. Julinho earning a corner, but there is one of the players that needs to be medically assessed. As I can say, African Stars are preparing a substitution. The player will go out and the corner will be taken. I believe it is Duve to take it. No, Duve has come back into the box. It's headed away from Juja. That's just how important he is for aerial battles. Garuka is important as well because he puts another hit onto that. There's a bounce and in the hands of the keeper. Kayeke to Limano. You can hear the calls for him to give it down the line for Gonga. The shot, and there's a little bit of a block from Garuka. No foul. A little bit of a call for a penalty from the dugout of Julinho. No foul, but Garuka there doing a very important block to prevent that shot coming on target. Oscar Nyambe doing well there, fighting Joso. Here's Oscar again. The call for the keeper to collect, and he has. African Stars just need to be reminded of their class and experience now. as Muvangua just comes to collect against the pressure coming from Juja there. Stars just need to understand that class is one of their strong points. It is a 2-1 scoreline, which is still a dangerous scoreline. But as I talk about class, the wizard who is in another class of his own, Willie Awilo Stefanus, will enter the game substituting Ibrahim Yosef Chucha. This is African Stars number 10. This is their talisman, and he chests the ball there. His first touch is from the chest. Oh, how classy is that? Rika changing play to Jomo. Jomo will try to beat the player, and he wins the foul. Good work from Jomo, and the captain Tulimano. You can already see him, Tulimolo. Apologies, coming to the referee, having words and questioning that foul. But a very good foul won by Jomo there. And the referee has a yellow card in his hand, and it's given to the player, and he's himself having trouble finding his number. It's a red card. It's a red card. And I believe that's a double yellow for the right back. In fact, it is. In the first half, Luminu received a yellow card, and he committed this foul on Jomo, earning a second yellow. It was certainly a foul, but a second yellow may be a little bit too harsh on the player. Another player has earned a yellow. Perhaps, in fact, I've just heard that the player who committed the foul did not want to show his number, so dissent is in fact the reason for his second yellow. Naluminu, who is walking down the touchline here, and he will have to face his coach Nelson Lewis in disappointment. Another yellow card has been presented to another Julinho player. The referee is still walking around with the yellow card in his hand. Oh, sorry, that's his whistle. But yeah, a harsh reality now for Julinho. Maybe they wanted to find an equalizer, but with 10 men, it's going to be a tough ask. Oh, that is a goal. It's very sneaky, but it's found the back of the net, and Julinho will protest. I have never seen this before. They are saying that it might have gone through the side netting because there is apparently a hole on the side netting of the goalpost. We are looking to the referee for some answers. This is a really unfortunate moment in the Demerin Premiership, because you do not want to have the assessment of goal nets being an issue throughout a Premier League game. So we will still have to see if that is in fact a goal. I believe the referee has clarified that it will not be a goal. And Willie Stefanus is smiling, having some words with the referee, just smiling and laughing about it, maybe seeing the funny side to it. But ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of a blight, as of course the linesmen's before the start of every game and the start of every second half need to assess the goal nets. And we've just seen a unicorn. So if you could actually maybe use the platform to have a rewind. You have now the privilege to tell us if that ball in fact went through the side netting or it went through and should be a goal. We will definitely have that highlight for you in our highlights package after the game tomorrow. Interesting moment there. Foul committed on Henry Duve from Willie Stefanis, and it will be taken from Gustav, or in fact, apologies, Titas Isak. Julinho are down to 10 men, but they will still try to equalize, and the back post has swallowed the ball for a goal kick. It should be smooth sailing from here, African Stars. Down 11 men. Oh, that's a beautiful chip there from Willow, going through his bag of tricks already. You have 11 men, you have the lead, you should have the 3 points. And another bad pass from Oscar, the young man at defensive midfielder. And you can hear his coach Nelson Lewis just encouraging the player. Stiga finding Ngaruka. Malani with space, acres of space. He has Awilo down the line. Awilo will go to the back post. Wako chacha hikika. Ehe, 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 ehe. The star boy has rocketed that header, a diving header. It was glorious to see. And that is game for African Stars. Willie Stefanis, we called him the wizard for a reason, because that brings his tally of assists to 8. The most in the team, Willie Stefanis. I mean, he just needed to get the ball from Malane down the right and just put it on the head for a diving header from Bakonja. A beautiful goal. 3-1 to African Stars, and a substitution for Julinho Sporting sees Santos, the number 18, coming on. And there might be damage control for Julinho. But African Stars want a good goal difference, because the log table will be looking at things like that as the season goes on. Currently, we have a goal difference of 8. Almost. Awilo, you cannot do that. The creativity of this player is just really magnificent. Willie Stefanis. Rika putting the ball down for Ngaruka. The players are really starting to play good football. A round of applause from the supporters here in the Independence Stadium. They're really liking what they are seeing. And there's a bad pass from Jomo Chileta. But as it stands, the goal difference will go to 10, which will be the best so far in the log table. Of course, we'll have to see how it looks like on Monday. But more goals will always be a positive for African Stars. Here down the line is Isak finding Wise, Nifasi. He'll try to beat Garuka and Malane. He finds Isak. Isak puts a little bit of a ball into the box. The tallest man on the pitch, Oscar Nyambe, challenges the second tallest man on the pitch, Marvin Kasetura. And Kasetura just taking a little bit of a knock. Bakonja Trahikika with a brace brings his goal scoring tally to 8. so far. The top goal scorer in the log table or in the Demarine Premiership is the man from Tigers, Giovanni coming up. But Giovanni will be looking at this game. Tigers, of course, playing Kumas Nampol later today. But Stiga trying to beat a few players and still getting the ball back. An interesting play there. Godwin in the midfield. A little bit of a flick to Bakonja. He's onside. Nope, he's offside. But we can really see now the confidence in play for African Stars. Another substitution for Julinho. We will see Henry Duve coming off for the number 10 Bongo and Oscar Nyambe. Yeah, there were a few bad passes from him just in the last 10 minutes. He will come off for Alphonse. So 3 substitutions: Santos, Alphonse, and Bongo coming on for the 10 men. Julinho sporting a red card given to the right back, Na Limino. He had a first yellow in the first half for a challenge, and in the second half for dissent. Malane. Beautiful touch there from Luis Stefanes to find Malane. It just trickled off his back. Alphonse, Josop, back to his captain. Tilimalo. Over, trying to find a good cross. Nested into the hands of Kasetura. Stefanes. Garuka. Willie Stefanes trying to change play. Just cut off his boot. Not where he intended it to go. And he's smiling. He's enjoying himself, Willie Stefanes. It's good to see. Garuka fouled off that ball. It's a smart foul. And you could just hear Nelson Luis, the coach, head coach for Julinho, calling for a 3-4-3 formation. Bakonja and Malane working well. Bakonja still gets the ball. A little bit of a hesitation there. And of course, maybe Nelson Luis was talking about a 3-3-3 because he is down to 10 men. But definitely they would want to keep a back 4 as Alphonse is the player, a centre back. Stiga beating Josop and having a pirouette himself. Stiga's enjoying himself. Rika, who at this time in yesterday's game would have been substituted, but it was a post-match interview from coach Mufoso, who just indicated that while Rika had a good game yesterday, the dynamic of the game changed. But in today's game, Rika has had a solid performance. And perhaps maybe substitutions would be more on the cards for African Stars, as the result is probably in the bag, especially now that Julinho is down to 10 men. Charles Ambira scoring the important second goal from a corner, using his very shiny head to head the ball into the back of the net. And just like yesterday, it is a 3-1 result so far. Malane. the wizard. Headed out from Tulimano. Turn from Josop. Good turn from him. Kayeke. That's Santos. Here now is Isak. And couldn't find Josop. And Stars retain the ball. Man on. A call for man on from the Red Army in support here at the Independence Stadium for their captain. And Stiga, who is our captain, who might be calling it at the end of the season, is just having a showboat here, showing the younger players how it's done. Ngero Katua down the line. And assistant coach Benny Housep just calling the players that have been warming up. We might see January coming to the Gasep and Gianluca are the other two players that were warming up. Haven't seen January play in a while for African Stars, so we might see him into the game shortly. Rika. This is table tennis football here from African Stars. Great combinations. Oozing a lot of confidence. Kayeke down the line for Wise. Garuka will attend to him. He puts the cross in. It's to the back post. It's a shot. And it's quite horrible. And you can just hear Coach Nelson Lewis just telling his player to relax in moments like that. And Paulus Aludilu is one player that is preparing himself to enter. And team manager Coach Andrew Taikika approaching the fourth official to maybe prepare more substitutions. Through ball from Bakonja. Alphonse cuts that out against Jomo. Alphonse has actually taken the captain's armband from Tili Malo, who is still on the pitch, which is an interesting thing. Jomo, can he cut it to his right foot? He has a sea of green shirts around him, so he couldn't get a shot off. Godwin Isep has just gone down, and he did come off with, so African Stars would definitely need to prepare a substitution as soon as possible. And we can see the fourth official coming to make that official. And Captain Stiga just telling his coach that yes, indeed, a substitution needs to be like urgently made for Godwin Isep, who is, that's a hamstring. That's definitely a hamstring, and we'll have to see how the fixtures are for next week's games. But Rika takes this free kick. It's a little bit of an awkward bounce in front of the goalkeeper. It's offside nonetheless, but Pakonja didn't know that. And Pakonja, when the shot is taken, that's when the linesman needs to see if Pakonja was offside. So, yeah, you have the privilege of seeing if that was offside. Nonetheless, Pakonja hit the crossbar, so he wouldn't have counted either way. But a good free kick taken from Rika. 3 substitutions for African Stars being prepared if the referee just has a look. So, a round of applause for Godwin Isep. 2 assists in this game today. He had a goal yesterday. He had an assist as well yesterday. So, a great performance from Godwin Isep. Once again, he has earned that number 7 jersey. He comes off for Paulus Aludelu, who might have had the assist for yesterday's 3rd goal from the corner. We will have to just clarify that out with the highlights. But yes, indeed, Makonja Chahikika with a brace. Today, Starboy is back in the atmosphere. He comes off for Harold Gossip, the number 23, and just lastly, some defensive patching up. Jomo Chiveta, a winger, coming off for Gianluca Puxa, a defender. So a sensible change there as well for Coach Ofoso. Just a reminder again, Julinho are down to 10 men, trailing 2 goals, and with a team that is in the 11th spot of the table, we highly doubt that they would be able to find 2 goals in the time remaining. So 3 points is almost a guarantee for the Red Army. Coach Mafoso really shouting at Harold Gossip to stay wide, to become an option. And once again, assistant coach Benny Housep making the same sentiment to Harold Gossip on that left wing. Become an option. The ball will find Gossip shortly. Gianluca finds Rika. Gossip needs to avail himself. Foul. I believe another substitution will be prepared for African Stars. We would love to see January come into the game. Bad pass from Malane. You don't see that often. Isak, Titas Isak down the line, trying to find Wise. Taruka goes back to his goalkeeper, pressured, but he cleared just in time. Alphonse Santos, foul from Gossip. Ten minutes to go in normal time. With the referee's discretion, I doubt there will be much additional time. Good one too. Good play. Paulus finding Awilo. Awilo's just coming back from a few games missed, so he doesn't want to really exert himself too much with a lung-busting run down the line. Josop trying to find Isak Titas. African Stars win the throw-in. And there will be another substitution for African Stars. We will see Given Tuzu coming on. Hasn't played much. So Coach Paul Mafoso giving some play time to certain players. And we will see Charles Ambira, the scorer, earning a round of applause from the Red Army. He's a beloved brave warrior, and he will come off for Given Utuzu at centre back. And a round of applause for Given. The fans would love to see players get their deserved match time. The season is closing, so all players need to get involved. Get as many minutes as you can, because the final stretch of the Demarine Premiership will be tight. Malane, he should have gone down the line for Paulus. First touch of the ball for Given. Gianluca. Willow is in space and he's onside. Oh, beautiful touch to find Paulus. Paulus, can he hit it with his left? He's going to. He should have. We allow him to do that. It's a round of applause from the coach as well. It's, of course, well wide, but you like to see plays like that. Another great touch from the wizard, Stefanis. Offside for Julinho. I can really sense that there might be a little bit of a harsh discussion from the Julinho dugout, led by coach Nelson Luis after the game. Oh, you do not want to see that. One of the players, I won't say who it is, just talking to his own coach quite disrespectingly, telling them, I passed the ball. You don't want to see that when a coach and his player are not in agreement. Tilimalo, Joseph. That's a very good through ball down for Isaac. And given Matuzu with the block. Second corner of the second half. Taken quickly. Joseph going to the back post. The only green thing was grass. Couldn't find the green shirt. And African Stars a little bit of a counter-attack. There is Gassep, Harold Gassep, the quickest man on the pitch. He gets it. He's left-footed. He'll find the pass to Willie Stefanis, and Willie Stefanis puts it to the back of the net. Cool, calm, and collected from the wizard, who goes to sleep and tells his opponents to go to sleep with the fourth goal against Julinho Athletic. That brings Awilo's goal scoring tally to 4. And Harold Gassep, who has a goal this season, that is his first assist. It was a training pitch type goal, to be honest. Rika started the counter-attack. Harold Gassep, I can tell you, if you don't know, is one of the quickest players in this entire Marine Premiership, and he's left-footed, so he just had to look up and find Willie Stefanis. The bounce was a little bit awkward for Stefanis, but a player of his caliber won't be stressed in moments like that, and he just put it into the back of the net with no issue. 4-1 to African Stars, and the previous scoreline was 4-1 to Julinho Sporting in their first fixture in match day 4. So it is 4-1 to African Stars this time around. Very interesting. Here's Garuka, who has switched centre-back position with Given. So Given is on the left, or the right, apologies, and Garuka will be operating from that left side. Gianluca. And you can just hear, I'm sure you can hear a bellowing from Tilimalo, having arguments with assistant coach Willem. Julinho is really capitulating here technically. That ball is to the back post for Paulus. Can he keep it in? He can't. And can you hear that? It's very visible, very audible that Tilimalo, who is on the ball right now, is having a full-on argument with his assistant coach. Yeah, even the attendance here at the Independence Stadium actually kept quiet just to hear how those two were going at it. Nonetheless, it's definitely a defeat for Julinho, and that defeat will keep them, of course, at 11th with 18 points, 18 games played. The team under them, Bucks Buccaneers, might have something to say about that. Bucks Buccaneers and Blue Waters have 16 points, both. So those three teams are just above the relegation zone of the three teams, Young Brazilians, Blue Boys, and Kukatops. And the argument is still going on. This is quite incredible. Here's Harold Gossett. Beats one player. Down the line for Ngero Katua. Katua will hit it first time. He does. There's only Awilo and Paulus. Paulus will have the second ball. There's a chest from Awilo. Yeah, I saw that back heel. And Gustav also saw it, so he intervened. The ball gets taken out from Josop, finding Sonny, who really has lost himself throughout the game. In the first half, Sonny Nyambe was all over the pitch. But in this second half, the ball, Malane loses it. Wise is in the box. Given does enough to at least get the corner. They did not want to concede anything else. And still a round of applause. The captain, Ronald Kachiere Stiga, coming over to Given and saying, well done. A quick substitution there, seeing number 27, Kasanga, coming on for, I want to get that confirmation of that player, and number 5, Kachi Vena, also coming on for Julinho Sporting. So the two players that have been substituted is Gustav Kayenge and Sonny Nyambe. It's a 90-minute mark, so 4 minutes of additional time for a 4-1 scoreline between African Stars and Julinho Sporting. You give us 4 goals, we will give you 4 goals. That's a bad challenge. That's definitely a yellow card. Well, no yellow card, at least a talking to. That is Kachivena, who just entered the game committing a foul like that. Given is thankfully able to continue. And Puksa is now the left back. Ngero Katua has fallen into midfield. Erika, beautiful touch there. Similar to his assist in the previous game. Gasep is quick. He rides the challenge. Advantage play given from the referee. Erika wants to hit it. It's a little bit of a deflection. It's definitely going to be a corner. And that is the confidence that I like to see from Rika Muntua. He's just growing in confidence. Where 5-6 games ago, he was still growing as a midfielder in that box-to-box position alongside Stiga. Now, he's having flicks and tricks. Tilimalo with the defensive header out. Atua, a little bit of an awkward header. Santos goes wide and Kachivena leaves the ball behind. Two minutes left. 3 points for the Debmarine champions, putting a stamp on the top of the table. He used his right foot, the outside of his right foot, to try and knock it in at the back post. It's an attempt off target, but it's a good attempt nonetheless. Stiga first on the ball against Kachivena. Oh, and Stiga being brought back for handball. Stiga is a lawyer by profession, so He's just trying to negotiate his way out of that handball. But the referee says, this is my courtroom. I'm in charge. Santos. Tilimalo. Kayeke. Kativena. Kayeke beating two players. Kayeke will take the shot as a centre back. And as a goalkeeper, Lukaku Kasetura committing for a very good save. That's the first on-target attempt from Julinho in this second half. They really haven't been concerning Kasetura in the second half. The ball is slightly flicked from a Stars player. Gasep will find Gianluca. Gasep has sustained a little bit of a knock, but he gets up. And that is full time. So a round of applause from the Red Army, the supporters in attendance here at the Independent Stadium. It is a redemption game, almost to the exact number. In match day 5, Julinho Sporting beat African Stars in Rundu 4-1. And today, in match day 18, when it was a very important double header, Coach Paul Bob Mafoso has led the Red Army to a victory. And it ends African Stars 4, Julinho Athletic 1. Please make sure to get accustomed to the platform, My Africa Sport, African Stars TV. Stay tuned and pay attention to all social media tomorrow and the week ahead. We have exciting announcements to announce. So yes, from me, Emmanuel Inkara, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.